Okay, what's up, everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to de-leftism or de-left Windows 11 24H2. Now, I know this is a complete junk system because, Microsoft. But if you look over here, yeah, I'm running in a VM right now. And this is a fresh reload of Windows. Everything you see on here is it's all leftist crap for them pink haired people and them grandma glass type people, them butch people, and like everything you see on here is left related. As you can see, all the Trump stuff here. Now you would think being Trump stuff it'd be leaning towards the people conservative type people, but it's not. And another thing, I don't like this sidebar because the weather's never accurate, like ever. And another thing is you come over here to the comments section, and my God, you can't type anything. Trump likes to rattle everybody's cage. It's always leftists that talk here, but yet when you make a comment like right here, this person, this Thort Bruins or whatever, Trump likes to rattle everybody's cage and with big talk hoping to scare them to break down him regardless of the issues, blah, 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 blah. You can tell. He simply reiterated that America will be America and blah, blah, blah. But in other words, you simply can't type anything in here without Microsoft or this comment deal uh, saying that, you're a bad person, blah, 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 blah. Like watch this. I'll type in Biden Hunter laptop, I don't know, leftists are mad about PDF files. Let's see if this will even go through. Well, that time it actually did. So I'm going to delete it because, well, I don't want the person to, think I'm a total jerk. But either way, it's too left leaning. So I'm going to show you today on how we get rid of this stupid whole taskbar deal. Okay? So first off, what you want to do is right click anywhere for your taskbar settings. And this is an important part because if not, if you don't do this part right here, then you always have an icon over here on the right. So we're going to go ahead and shut off the widgets here. And even though it shows that it's off, let's get rid of task view too because we don't want that crap on here either. But even though that it shows that it's off, Microsoft, these switches here, they're irrelevant. They don't really shut everything off, and I'm going to show you why. Pull up your task manager, scroll down a little bit. God, I hate Windows. And you're going to see that the widgets bar is still here. Okay, we're going to get rid of all this. You get rid of widgets, you get better frame rates on your games too, by the way. So, first off, what we're going to do is open up Edge because we don't have a choice for some reason. And of course, fresh update. And we are going to type in take ownership .reg. And this is important. And we're going to go over here to the 10 forums. And we're going to scroll down a little bit. Now, we're going to download right here. Remember, this is off 10 forums. Of course, you want to keep it because, Smart Shield or Smart Screen or whatever seriously thinks everything's damaging to your computer, and it's simply not. You want to go ahead and open that. Double click on it. Run it. Okay it. Yes. Okay. And now you will see in your menu, I'll show more options, but now you have take ownership file there. Okay, next thing we want to do is go to your task manager, scroll down until you find it again, until you find widgets. And then you want to go to, it doesn't really matter, I always go here to widgets itself, and I'll open file location. Now what we're going to do is everything that you see that says widget on it, go ahead and highlight all that. Here on the exe file, you want to right click, show more options, take ownership, and then of course you're going to get 500 things popping up, as you can plainly tell. Then Windows notification thing's going to pop up on you 100 times. There you go. There we go. Okay, now with that being out of the way, oh, we're not out of the way, because I really should go shut this off too. Okay, so with that being out of the way, now what you want to do is go to your task manager again, right click and close it or end it, however you want to look at it. You'll see it'll take it a minute because it's half retarded. Now we want to come over here and we just want to simply delete. Okay, now that's just the first part of it. Now what we want to do is back up one, see where it says dashboard, make sure you're on dashboard, by the way. And actually you could probably just get away with just doing this, but we'll close task manager. We're going to open her back up because we want to make sure it's gone. And as you can tell, it is no longer there. Now Windows Update, you know, if you get a major update, we'll put it back on there. But if you just keep repeating this process, then you'll get it. Now the next thing we have is, we have one more little file, and it's the widget service itself. So you want to open the file location, come back to Task Manager, in the task, then you want to come up here, show more options, take ownership, wait for this process to get done, and if you got your this stupid thing, user account control on, which I usually shut off and I forgot to do that this time, then you want to just keep doing that until it stops. Come back over here, press any key. Now what you want to do is magically delete, magically delicious. Then you back up one where it says widget service, take ownership of that too. I don't know if this part is really necessary, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay. Well, yes, because I know usually I would shut off user control account, but I know a lot of you haven't done that. Okay, and anything that says widget on it, let's just get rid of it. If it's got the word widget in it, trash it. And you can see if you don't take ownership, it ain't going to let you do it. So again, go here, right click, show more options, take ownership, wait for this finagle to go, wait for user control access, okay, then come back to these windows and kill them off, hit delete, and go to your recycle bin right here where all the trash is at, and then get rid of it. Now I know you can see you got weekly widgets, so you can hit your up arrow. It ain't gonna like you doing it, so instead of doing that, what we're gonna do is take ownership once again. So right click, show more options, take ownership. This is gonna take a minute for this part. You got to wait for user control to do this stupid stuff. probably have to do it 4 or 5 times. You won't have this if you shut off UAC. Okay, so apparently we're done. Okay, now highlight all this. Hit your magic delete button. And some stuff won't go because it's related to Edge. But if you don't have Edge and you don't use Edge, there's probably going to be no difference. But if you really want to get rid of it, right click, rename. Oh, that's why. We had a lagger. We had a slacker. That's probably why we couldn't do her. So, okay. If by chance it doesn't let you delete it like that, here's what you do. You want to right click, hit rename. Use your arrow key to the right, press dot, I don't know, use whatever name you want. I use .ass. You want to change it? Yep, sure do. And see, it ain't going to let me do it because it's being a jerk. But either way, this will right here will kill off that widget bar or sidebar, whatever you want to call it. It's a complete waste of time. All it ever does is show the views of the left. And honestly, nobody should be susceptible to that. It's the stuff they say is just straight up trash. So if you're a conservative or whatever you want to consider yourself, a non-leftist, and you're tired of that widget bar or sidebar, whatever you want to call it, there's how you get rid of it. And check your recycle bin one more time just for giggles, just to make sure you got rid of it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll go up here to Task Manager one more time. And okay, I'm running on, I think, like 4 gig on this virtual machine. And of course, a lot of that's done by, is getting took up by Edge because Microsoft thinks that, well, 1, Edge is a good browser, and 2, they think it needs to be running all the time to make it faster. And what it's doing is, if you're a gamer, it just kills your frame rates. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go down here and restart, and we are going to, oh, of course there's an update. Why shouldn't there ever be not an update? But we're going to sit here and wait for this to go, and there's a lot of things you can do with Windows that you can totally get rid of, and using other people's scripts to do all this isn't going to do you any good, because them scripts most likely on a major update is going to put everything right back, even on the smallest update. So I can't think of all these people's names that do auto scripts, but they seriously don't work. They're only a temporary deal. If you want it gone for good, do it my way. Also, if you have to do a system recovery, starting from scratch, the widget bar or the sidebar is no longer even accessible to even use. And the main problem I have with Windows is the fact that, well, here, I'll show you. Let's go over here to privacy and security, pull up Windows security, blah blah blah, because I'll tell you one feature that I can't stand. We're going to open Windows security, and then we're going to go over here to app and browser control, and there's a thing called Smart Screen, which is somewhere around here somewhere. Maybe it's under app browser control. Yeah, Smart Screen for store apps and for Edge. Okay, these is what I call dummy buttons. It gives you the courtesy to think that you shut it off, but it never does, like ever. Another thing you can do is open Edge. If you plan on keeping Edge, I don't know why in the world that you would, but if you are going to use Edge and keep it, open up Edge, go here to Settings, wait for it to pop up, and there's 2 things here that you can do as a gamer to help your frame rates out a lot. First off, you want to go to Copilot and Sidebar, and you want to make sure that Copilot is off because it's AI. It's completely useless. I don't care what anybody says, AI is just fucking junk. Next thing you want to do is go to System and Performance, click it on. You want to turn off, continue running background extensions and app when Edge is closed. Kill that. You want to uncheck Startup Boost. You want to uncheck Improve PC Gaming because that's stupid. You want to uncheck Fade Sleeping Tabs and uncheck Save Resources while sleeping. None of this is useful. Like, none of it. And also uncheck Performance Detector because, you know, you're kind of getting tired of everything spying on you, right? So why have it on? And if you guys hear sirens, I live in a small town and that's just telling us that it's, I don't know, everybody go home, stop being fat, I don't know. And what you want to do next is go ahead and shut off Edge. Go to your task manager. And I believe Edge should still be running because you have to manually shut it off on this phase. And in this case, we didn't have to. Oh, look, Widgets decided to come back. Isn't that nice of them? So what we're going to do is open Files. Because, you know, WSE. Oh, we got an update. So here, what we want to do again is come back here. Because I forgot Windows likes to update every 3 seconds. Show more options. Take ownership. Wait for the UAC to do its thing. I know this is time consuming, but it's well worth it, especially if you're a gamer. And you can also tell by the speed of this VM how much faster UAC is coming on and how much faster I can do everything. And then what you want to do is go back here to Task Manager because we want to make sure we shut off the widgets. And then you want to just hit that magic delete button. Now, of course, some of them ain't going to shut off. Which is fine, Okay, let's see if we got anything widget related popping up here. Man, I hate Edge. Don't really like Windows, to be honest with you. Oh, that's why we couldn't do it, because we still had one UAC waiting. Okay, now we should be able to get rid of this one. Because you know Windows is so fast. What we want to do next is press up. See where it says dashboard? You want to right click, show more options, take ownership. And then we're going to wait a minute because you know UAC going to come up. And we're going to wait for all this to get done. And what we're going to do here is finalize never having the widgets or the sidebars on here. I personally don't know anybody that uses a sidebar. And if you're a gamer, you definitely don't want it. It runs in the background. It eats up your frame rates. If you run OBS or even if you use Nvidia's Shadow Play or whatever it's called now, man, it just kills your frame rates. So we want to hit delete on dashboard, and you'll see that's easily gone. Now let's empty our recycle bin. Okay, and we're going to make sure, and you know, it frees you up 50 megabytes on your hard drive. And that's how we're in this file too, or this folder. We're going to go ahead and back up one more time, which it ain't going to let me because I forgot to do something. But what we're going to do now is highlight everything with Control A, right click, show more options, and then, oh, let's try to do this again. Find your dill file right here. Show more options. Why is this not working right? Okay, we'll just do, oh, because I was completely off. You have to find an exe file or application, show more files, and it still ain't letting me do it because it's just being a schmuck. So let's do it little by little then. We'll go here, then a dill file, show more options, take ownership, wait for the UAC. And I really should have showed you all how to shut off the proper way of the UAC to get it to shut off to where you don't have this extra black screens popping up and these dragging and lagging windows. And of course we got one that it missed, so make sure you get it too. Then close out all these windows. Now hit delete. And you see we got rid of them. Now you can also see here we have absolutely no widget running. So what we're going to do is highlight all these again, Control A, show more options, take the ownership. Now UAC is going to come on like 500 more times, and bear with me. After you've done this several hundred times, it don't take too long to do. Just gotta wait, just gotta wait, just gotta wait. Titus script. That guy Titus, that's who I was trying to think of. That does that auto script stuff. Don't use it. What you're going to find out is if you ever need to do a system restore, half your OS is going to be missing. And you don't want that. You just don't. You want to, every time you do a system restore, you want to make sure you actually have a fresh working system. And that Titus script, it's by no means worth even using, to be honest with you. Okay, now that that's all the way, let's go ahead and hit the magic delete button. Do this for all current items. Hit continue, and you're probably going to error out on a couple of things because you got to take ownership of certain files. So we got the widgets adapter cards. We want to show more options. We want to take ownership, and of course, we want to wait for the magic UA. Here we go. Now it says it's done, but we'll see. Delete it, and you'll see that it's gone. Now repeat this process. Template expander. Or why did I hit properties for? I didn't mean to do that. Show more options. Take ownership. You're gonna wait it out because UAC. Clear it out. Hit the magic delete, and just keep repeating. Now we're on assets. Right click. Show more options. Take ownership. Wait for the UAC. Wait for this window to get done. Magically delicious. Delete it. And you're going to see you're going to have a couple of little things like this, but that'll go away in a second. So let's repeat the process. Show more options. Take ownership. UAC's done. That's done. Delete it. Come over here to your recycle bin. Make sure you empty that out. Okay, next I'm going to do something a little weird that's something that other people don't ever do. Oh, and you'll see here when we shut off this, and then we'll open up Task Manager again. For some reason I can't remember how to use Windows today. And you're going to see widgets is now gone. Okay. And we're going to work on that pesky smart screen on another video. But this is just one thing you can do. You know what? We'll go ahead and do a restart so that way you see that it doesn't show up again. Yeah, beginning of this video, I wasn't counting on having updates updating. But you want to do this after Windows Update is done updating, because your widgets, your sidebar won't show up in your task manager. Man, that widgets bar, that sidebar, it came from a feature back in the day called Windows Blackcomb, which was supposed to be a real wild operating system, something like Windows Longhorn, but way cooler than that. But they're trying to bring it back like they brung back WinFS and that useless fucking search feature. Okay, we're going to let this load for a second. And you notice our memory went from 48% This is only 4 gig of memory. Keep in mind that I've devoted to this VM. We went from 48% to 25% just by getting rid of the widget bar, or that Windows sidebar, or what I call the leftist bar. It's kind of ironic that Microsoft's view is left leaning and they put that widget bar on the left. Because Windows 10, it's right in the middle or off to the right. Kind of weird, isn't it? But as you can see, there's no widgets here. Our memory keeps dropping. Why? Because there's a big leak in Windows sidebar. And if you're a gamer, you absolutely do not want this on your deal. If you are conservative or you lean right, even if you lean in the middle, there's no good news on that widget bar whatsoever. None. So I'm going to end this right here. And I hope this helped out you guys. I'm Agent WD-40, and I'm out.